To illustrate, for instance, case in point, for example, such as, and to show you what I mean. They all help us to give examples while speaking and writing. To illustrate, children often learn behavior from the adults around them subconsciously. To illustrate, around 50% of children who are brought up by aggressive parents often use aggressions to solve their own problems later in life. To illustrate, around 50% of children who are brought up by aggressive parents often use aggressions to solve their own problems later in life is the example of the children who learn subconsciously from the adults around them. And here the word illustrate introduces that this is an example of those kind of children. For instance, more and more women are choosing to start a family later in life. 2% of women giving birth to their first child, for instance, are over the age of 30 in the UK. 2% of women giving birth to their first child, for instance, are over the age of 30 in the UK is the example of women who start family later in their life. And case in point, there is real lack of science teachers. A case in point, my son's school where an English teacher is now delivering science lessons. A case in point, my son's school where an English teacher is now delivering science lessons is the example of being a real lack of science teachers that English teacher teaches instead. For example, the scientific community is nearly anonymous about the human-caused impacts of climate change. For example, a 2021 literature review found that 99% of published scientific papers on climate change agree that humans have caused climate change. A 2021 literature review found that 99% of published scientific papers on climate change agree that humans have caused climate change is the example given about anonymity of scientific community that shows human beings caused the climate change. And this example is introduced by, for example, such as, crimes should not have the same punishment. Minor crimes such as pickpocketing and traffic offenses should not have the same penalty. Pickpocketing and traffic offenses should not have the same penalty is the example of crimes should not have the same punishment. And this is provided by such as. To show you what I mean, our products have several features your reps will love. To show you what I mean, they can schedule a series of emails. They can schedule a series of emails is an example of our product's feature. And to show you what I mean helps the reader and the listener that I am giving an example here. Give you a clear example. Global warming should be taken more serious as it can result in a number of disastrous consequences. To give a clear example, melting polar ice caps have not only caused a loss of habitat for polar but are also threatening sea level worldwide. The melting polar ice caps have not only caused a loss of habitat for polar but are also threatening sea levels worldwide is an example of global warming provided by the expression to give you a clear example. So guys, these expressions all help us to give examples while speaking or writing. To know more about expressions, transitions, and prepositions that help us to give examples, you can watch my video which is coming, and in that video you will learn as prove, suppose that, imagine, pretend that, let's say, and in particular. Do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell so that you can access new videos.